It has been a long journey, traveling through singularities, remnants, and lost belts. We've made countless friends and fought formidable foes. The greatest victories, alongside the most heartfelt goodbyes. And yet, with these memories in tow, this beautiful journey has only just begun. Happy 4th anniversary countdown, everybody! My name is Seundunes, and today we are looking at this year's anniversary servant, 5-star rider, Leonardo da Vinci. Da Vinci is a highly effective arts rider, capable of wiping out waves of enemies with her area of effect, Noble Phantasm. Through a combination of impressive NP gain and multiple ways to generate battery, she can easily loop this Noble Phantasm to incredible effect, especially when used alongside fitting supports. Aside from this, she also provides Noble Phantasm related support to her teammates. Leonardo da Vinci Rider is an excellent farming rider, able to defeat waves of caster and berserker enemies through her Noble Phantasm, Beautiful Journey. And yet, her NP's solid damage is but the beginning of her talents. This is because Da Vinci's true, underlying potential is that of an arts NP looper, owing to her impressive NP gain potential. Da Vinci has truly phenomenal NP gain potential, with 4 different self-sustainable methods of accruing NP gauge. The first and most obvious is her first skill, Golden Rule Body rank ES, which supplies a 20% battery every turn for 3 turns. In addition, it also provides minor healing and an excellent 3-turn debuff immunity. The second source is from her Noble Phantasm itself. This comes in 2 parts. Firstly, the NP itself has decent refund potential, bolstered by a pre-damage arts buff of between 20 and 40%, scaling with overcharge, which improves both the NP's damage and its NP gain return. And secondly, post-damage, the Noble Phantasm provides a 20% NP battery to the entire party. This aforementioned arts buff is also relevant to Da Vinci's third source of NP gain, which is arts critical hits. This is the most direct way for her to self-sustainably loop her Noble Phantasm, in other words, without the help of outside support. This brings together said arts buff with her second skill, At Cell Turn rank B, which buffs her critical damage by up to 50% for 1 turn, in addition to providing her some modicum of protection through 1 hit of evade. Those masters with Ishtar Rider will find this skill familiar, as it is in fact identical. Following Da Vinci's usage of her Noble Phantasm, landing critical hits with her 2 arts cards as part of a wider Da Vinci NP-led arts brave chain will quickly refill her NP gauge, especially when both buffs are active, thereby taking advantage of her impressive base NP gain potential. This can help facilitate rather simple looping. In some cases, Da Vinci's NP gain from these critical hits is so impressive that a mere single arts crit may suffice, whether as part of her own brave chain with either a quick or buster card in the other slot, or when operating alongside a fellow servant. This is especially the case when overkill is present, which significantly increases the value of the NP gain. This makes Da Vinci's critical hits one of her most dangerous weapons, and essential to allowing her self-sustainable looping. This of course requires stars. Thankfully, even though she lacks a star gather rate skill, her rider class designation means that she has impressive star weight. That said, a support here can be very helpful. Alternatively, for those not desiring looping or interested in her noble phantasm, it can instead allow one turn of solid critical damage. Utilizing these three tools, Da Vinci opens up the possibility of looping her noble phantasm. However, this becomes significantly easier and far more powerful when she is used alongside dedicated supports, who can significantly boost her NP gain potential in addition to her overall damage. This is done by providing her the equipment she needs to succeed, including critical stars and a gather rate buff for her critical hits, NP battery to fill in any gaps, in addition to NP gain buffs and arts card effectiveness buffs, with this latter pair dramatically increasing her NP gain potential, including of said critical hits, thereby making looping far more achievable. Options include the usual suspects Tamamo no Mai, Jude Leon, Paracelsus, and Hans Christian Andersen. Alternatively, there are emerging supports, like the upcoming one-star rider Bartholomew Roberts. However, potentially the star option is the future 5th anniversary servant, Mysterious Caster A, whose kit helps further simplify Da Vinci's already impressive looping potential. In the right setup, and especially when this elusive Mysterious Caster is involved, Da Vinci can loop her noble phantasm over multiple turns with relative ease. However, this is not the end of her NP gain potential, for Da Vinci has within her kit a 4th tool, one that also unlocks her other role, that of an NP support. Her 4th and final tool for accruing NP battery is her 3rd skill, Dream Upon the Stars, rank D. This provides a 10% battery for the entire team, in addition to increasing party-wide NP damage by between 20 and 30% for 3 turns. Finally, it also increases overcharge for all allies by 1 for a single turn. Aside from the battery, the increase in overcharge also serves to make Da Vinci's arts buff more effective, thereby aiding in further NP gain. However, the true value of the skill is that it reveals her second role of an NP support. By increasing the NP damage of the entire party by a not inconsiderable 30% for 3 turns, she significantly buffs party damage potential. Better still, if you use her to loop, this significantly boosts Da Vinci's own potential damage over those turns, making her an incredibly dangerous servant. The overcharge buff is also useful, not only for Da Vinci, but for many servants that have powerful overcharge effects, ranging from damage dealers like Arash to more support-oriented servants like Mysterious Caster A. Finally, the 10% NP battery goes out to the entire party, but this is not the only way she helps the team in this regard. Her Noble Phantasm's post-damage effect provides all members of the party with 20% NP battery, allowing Da Vinci to provide the party a total of 30% NP battery in one turn, comparable to the major supports. And given her capacity for looping, this 20% charge has potential to be used multiple times, thereby itself helping to facilitate a greater number of Team Noble Phantasms. No servant is perfect, not even geniuses like Da Vinci. She can struggle somewhat in the survivability department, although this is offset by her 5-star stats, turn-based healing, and 1 hit of evade. But while there may be more powerful servants, in terms of raw strength, Da Vinci is truly a top-tier servant, able to farm enemies to the point of having great looping potential, all while simultaneously helping the team. In a summer of great servants, she is a natural fit, and I wish the best of luck to everyone rolling for Rider Leonardo da Vinci. I've been SteamJeans, thank you ever so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. I'm going to have many videos out this anniversary season, including on the many new 1 and 2 stars that are coming to the game, so subscribe to keep up to date with that. I've been SteamJeans, thank you again so much for watching, and I'll see you soon.